A page out of my memoir, Greed and Jealousy, a real life horror. This is a life and death matter, therefore, it is important for me to tell my story and for you to take me seriously. It is going to save my life. There's an evil lady who uses an amulet around her neck as a choker fastened tightly in a black string, an instrument and a significant occult weapon. So this person found out that I am insured for 5 million rands, live a very lavish lifestyle, and then she sets out on a demonic undertaking to end my life for the money. Now one would think, how can a complete stranger to you inherit an insurance policy that is for your loved ones? Well, listen on, this could be a lesson for you. I did not meet this person personally, and I believe her initial is N, a sly fox, but not intelligent enough to compare or compete with me. In an attempt to end my life, this lady cruelly, cold heartedly, vindictively, and cunningly attacked me. She wanted my destiny so bad that she carried out an evil plan to make me ill and put me in a cage, with an intention to lock me down and shove me in a dungeon until such time. This evil lady stalked me everywhere I went. Then she started being a copycat, dressing like me, talking like me, having similar interests, and hanging around my social circle unbeknownst to me. Now, at this point, one would think how sick. This lady had a plan to commit a crime and then pin it on me. She had become obsessed in my marriage, assets, social media content, financial status, and social status. This amulet that she uses around her neck is a token that houses a poltergeist, same as the Tokolosh in South Africa, and she has been using it to attack me. Apparently, she gets it to work in her favor in the following ways: inflicts illness on perfectly healthy individuals, poverty spells. She desires for her victims to be low vibing and depressed. If she accomplishes this, then her spells work quick and fast. Turn her victims into choosing the life that does not meet superior standards. Manipulate the wealthy to give away their power, put them into compromising positions, and then blackmail them, mostly men. Character assassination by false accusation, for example, by saying that someone is an alcoholic but they are not, or saying someone is a D addict but they are not, or saying that someone sleeps around with multiple partners but they don't, causing misery instead of peace and harmony, enchant men through illusion with the intention to acquire assets, business, a lavish lifestyle, and inheritances. Attacks anyone who gets in her way with the supernatural. With a man as her victim, she will turn family members against each other by claiming that she is a psychic and that she is able to see in the cards that her spouse is cheating, but it will be lies. She will play both partners against each other. She will even go to the extent to say that you need to remove your spouse from your will. All the while, she will be doing intimacy magic on a man to choose her and make the wife in the relationship insignificant. In other words, remove your wife's name and replace it with hers on your will. Let's not mention what happens to the children. Draw out energy from people who have good luck and success so she wins in games of chance, including poker. It will feel like you are tired, drained, fluish, and a heavy beast is sticking its fingers in your spine, back, and brains, pretending to be a life coach or business advisor to acquire knowledge of your financial status. She does beauty, health, hair, limbs, teeth, and fat spells on her victims. She has been binding my voice, causes obstacles, accidents, and chaos. Send the Portuguese to a target person's house to attack them while they are asleep and drain their life source out of them. When her victims wake up the next morning, they will feel like all fluid has been drained out of their brain and there will be black patches on their victims' faces and body as if there's a shortage of blood, a dream thief. Puts dark entities on people without them knowing so that they become her puppets and she the puppeteer. You will be doing her work for her without knowing it. Isolation of her victims is key so that if she succeeds to end her victims, nobody will ask, "Where is so and so?" because people will think that so and so was a bad person anyway. Therefore, defamation of character, getting a person fired from work, mental health spells, gluttony spells, gossiping about untruths, staining another person's integrity, choices, and reputation, inflicting addictive behavior patterns, chaos, causing enmities, body pain, numbness, loss of memory, and theft of peace and harmony are all part of her weapons which she uses to destroy a person and draw them into isolation. She will advise the man, her victim, to never be in the house when the wife is in the house, nor must he be in public with his wife. All the while, she will be doing pick me and intimacy spells for that man to leave his wife and choose her, while she secretly does death spells on the wife. I am assuming keep the wife away from public so that if anything happens to her, nobody will ask, "Where is so and so?" Look at you in the eye and get you to believe BS. If you have a first family, she will say that the cards are saying your spouse is harming the children you have from your first family. In my case, that is an absolute lie. I never did. In fact, my children and I made all the sacrifices for my spouse's first 3 children and ex-wife to have a life with a gold spoon in their mouth, while my children and I lived with bare minimum. Thank God for forensics concerning bank statements, cell phones, GPS, Netstar, tracker, social outings, and cameras. I am able to prove that I had absolutely no contact with my spouse's 3 children and ex-wife in the 25 years that we are together, except for 5 minutes with the 2.5 a day with the third child when he introduced me to them on different occasions. During the 25 years of my marriage, my spouse's first family had all the luxuries that I believe was meant for me and my kids. But I could do nothing about it because I was outnumbered and bullied. This evil person came into my life to steal what I had earned through my life of hardships and self-sacrifice. My husband was unemployed when we married. The poltergeist causes a pain on your spine that feels like you're going to go into labor, and the pain on your shoulders feel like you are carrying an elephant. Everything that I mentioned in pages 1, 2, and 3, the devil worshipper lady with the initials N has attempted on me and is still attacking me. She was not expecting me to be spiritually stronger than her and for me to bravely fight her poltergeist attacks. I was born with a crown, 3 sevens, and an angel line on the palm of my hand, and my upbringing, religious discipline, and fearlessness makes me a spiritual gangster, stronger than most. In other words, an angel protects me. Archangel Michael, he walks with me and fights my battles for me. In fact, he revealed himself to me, and one of the messages he has given me is how to end the poverty and starvation on earth. He also told me that Jesus is the absolute purity and that he lived his life as a saint and had no romantic connection with anyone on earth. But the devil worshipper was not expecting me to fight back for what's mine, that which she is trying to steal in terms of blessings, gifts, rewards, and benefits. People who have angel lines on their hands were put on earth for a certain mission. From a child, I had been slaying ghosts. This is one of my missions. Now I know that the divine was preparing me for something bigger. He was preparing me to slay the king or queen poltergeist. If I slay this poltergeist, then I save the many souls that were offered to it for fuel. I didn't have to do any intense research about it because all the tools have been handed over to me by my spirit guides throughout my life already. In other words, I might not know how to do spells, but I sure know how to fuck 'em. Therefore, it is not a coincidence that this devil lady has crossed paths with me. It is divine intervention and divine timing. This is a spiritual warfare between light and dark, good and evil, and Archangel Michael is not only my forever companion, but he is also my weapon. It is not a catfight, it is a war where faith, trust, and hope in the divine gets tested. This is a matter of life and death. This devil lady threatened me that she was going to end me with voodoo. I have the messages on my phone. In her arrogance, she has confronted me, sent me several egotistical messages, and she has even called me at work and bullied my coworkers. The reason I am posting this message on social media is because I believe that she puppeteered certain family members to turn against me so that they can harm me on her behalf from the inside. I wanted to give those family members the opportunity to stop dealing with her in terms of business, support, entertainment, and any other engagements with her regarding time, money, information, and effort. The fact that we are all gifted with common sense and intuition, if any of those family members continues to collaborate with this devil worshipper, I shall have an excuse to post those family members' images on social media right next to hers in due and definite time. By the way, did I mention that her mother is her partner in crime? Her mother has been enabling her to harm me. This mother and daughter duo are thieves. I've been wondering if this lady and her mother attacked me because I am insured for 5 million rands. That means my benefactors are also in danger. In most cases, people insure themselves so that their kids inherit a payout. So I warned this devil duo that because I cannot take them to court, I am going to take them down on social media.